Hi everyone, I'm Karen Clymer. This is my buddy Chesley here, and we're gonna tell you a Bible story today about Shorty Shortstuff. Shorty Shortstuff, you call him. Zacchaeus. Oh, you still got that cold. You're sounding weird. I sound weird? Are you taking your medicine? Yes, I'm taking my medicine. Are you hazardous to my health? No, I'm not hazardous to your health. I have no temperature of any kind, so I'm fine. Oh, you ain't lying? Oh, well, I got 97.7 instead of 90.4. I'm not high, I'm low. So you're not going to disease me. No, I'm not going to disease you. We've got this wonderful Bible story today. Chesley, this man Zacchaeus, he was hated because he was mean. He was a man that was a cheater. Oh, nobody wants to do with a cheater. Why was he cheating? He was a tax collector. Oh, no, tax collecting. Taxes, I hate taxes. Everyone hates, and I guess I do too. Oh, you hate them too. Do you have to pay them? No, and I'm glad, because I wouldn't do it. Oh, Chesley, you would obey the law. Unless I had to, then I wouldn't want to. Well, Chesley, before we go into our story, I think it would be good if you would sing, if you would welcome the people here. Aren't you delighted that everybody has come? Well, I sure am, especially the girls. Well, Chesley, we're glad to have everybody here. And I was just doing a string check. You're doing a string check. I know the now works because it is, and that's a good thing. That's the main thing. And eyebrows, I don't want to flirt. Your eyebrows, they also work too. And I can wink, and you can wink. But Chesley, let's say welcome to everybody. Welcome all of you. Glad you're with us. Shake hands around the time or two. Welcome to you. Jesus loves you, Jesus loves you, and I do too. All right, so there we go. So Jesus loves you, and I do too, and so do you, Chesley. Now, I know you don't like me messing with your hair, but it just needs a little bit right. Just as long as I look handsome. I think you look very handsome. Now, this man Zacchaeus was so hated, he was not just a tax collector, Chesley. He was the chief. He was the big cheese. The big cheese. Well, he was the big chief tax collector. And maybe he might even had an entire district. And he was a cheating then. He was also a cheater. He would get the part that he was supposed to collect, and then he got his own. He got more than he was supposed to. He would say, well, that's just what I'm supposed to charge him, and he wouldn't tell him the rest of what he was charging was what he wanted, because he was cheating in. And then, of course, they couldn't pay their bills. Some of them might not be able to pay their bills because of him. He really didn't care about them. He cared about himself. But one day he found out that Jesus was coming. Somebody said, Jesus is in Jericho. That's where he was. Oh, where is he? I need to see him, he was thinking. Because he did miracles, he no doubt had heard the miracles of maybe the feeding of the 5,000 with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. I don't think you can do that. Well, we can't, but Jesus did that. Chesley, not only that, he healed people. Wonderful, marvelous healings. And so he wanted to see a miracle. He probably did. He was excited if he could just see a miracle. Wouldn't that be something if he could see blind eyes open? And so he wanted to go see it. So he's got to get a prime place. He wants a prime place, but he's a short guy. Shorty, Shortstuff. He needs a ladder. Well, he didn't have a ladder, and that would be very, very conspicuous. And what's that big word? Well, he would really stand out. Everybody would see him. So he might have hurried ahead of the crowd. I think he probably did. And his little short legs just run just as he could, and he found him a tree. That was the thing. He found a tree. Now, the sycamore trees there, we think of large sycamore trees here, but from what I read, the trees there in the Bible lands, they were quite short. So he climbed up into that tree, had low-lying branches. He climbed up in that tree. Oh, now he had the right place. He could see. He was there for anyone else, and he was ready to look at him. Here comes Jesus. What does he look like? The Bible doesn't tell us what he looks like. We just know he was full of compassion. He was the Son of God. So here was Zacchaeus. He was looking down, He had the best place of anybody in the crowd. He was right there where he could see Jesus. And so here comes Jesus. Oh, he's going to be real quiet. And he's going to listen. And he's going to look through a miracle. That's what he wanted. What? Is Jesus going to heal some blind eyes? Is he going to heal a deaf person? Is it going to be a crippled person? Because Jesus could do it all. He could do it all. It didn't matter what it was. He could even raise the dead. No, what did Jesus say? Raise the dead? He even raised the dead. He was he was really a miracle worker. He was letting people know he really was the Son of God. And so now here comes Jesus. What's he going to do? Zacchaeus, he's going to be real quiet. Zacchaeus has probably been really, really quiet. When Jesus came, he got right to that tree where Zacchaeus was. Instead of turning and beginning to teach the people, he looked up in that tree. Oh, what is this? Is he covered up? Well, yeah, he had the leaves. He was probably up there in the leaves where he didn't want to be seen. And Jesus knew right where he was. How do you know that? Because he knows everything. Ooh, the good and the bad. He knows everything. Oh, no, that's kind of scary. Well, you know what? He loves us so much that he can't take his eyes off of us. He loves us so much he wants to help us. And he looked up and he said, Zacchaeus. And he saw him there. He saw him there. And he said, Zacchaeus, come down out of that tree. How could he see him? He might not have could have seen through the branches and all, but he knew he was there. He was the Son of God, and he always was seeking his heavenly Father, and he knew. He knew where the people were who needed help. And he loves eating them kind of people like him. You better believe he loves those people just like him. He said, Zacchaeus, come down out of that tree. I'm going to your house today. And so Zacchaeus, what did he do? The Bible said he hurried down out of that tree, and he did it with joy and gladness. Oh, no, he couldn't hardly believe that somebody, Jesus was going to love him. Because everybody else hated him. They didn't want to be around him. They probably ran from him. Because he smelled bad? No, he didn't smell bad. But it was because that he was maybe going to make him pay more taxes. But Jesus called him and said, I'm going to your house today. Is he going to make him pay taxes? No. Chesley, Jesus loved him so much. No one else would tell him of the great love of Jesus. But Jesus. Because everyone else was afraid of him and they didn't like him. Because he was a cheater. But Jesus knew he could help him. And he was showing the people the example that to love people, no matter who they were. You didn't have to love what they did. Jesus didn't love him being a cheater. But Jesus was the way, the truth, the life, and he didn't cheat. He was the opposite. He was fair and honest. Zacchaeus, just in the presence of Jesus, he suddenly realized, I'm a wicked sinner. I am a wicked sinner. He thought, oh, he felt so awful, and the one thing he wanted to do was to be like Jesus. He wanted to be just like him. Suddenly, he just gave himself to Jesus, and he said, Jesus, I just want to tell you right now, I want to be like you, and I is he going to start cheating? That's what he said. He said, the people that I have cheated, I'm going to pay them back. And how much is he going to pay them back? Well, he said half of everything I have. And he was rich. You going to give it away? He said, half of what I have, I'm going to give to the poor. And he said, the people that I've cheated, I'm going to pay them back 4 times more than what I've charged them. That's what I'm going to do. And now he had love. Now he had love and compassion. Now he was like Jesus. And he didn't say, they had choices and they did it. No, he didn't blame bad choices. He didn't do that and say, well, it was just my bad choices. And he knew he was responsible. He was responsible. He made the bad choice. He carried them out. It wasn't just the bad choice that did it. He did those things. And now he had compassion. He was going to pay back. Some people today say that, well, that was my bad choices, and so, that's it. I don't hear them say how sorry they are that they hurt other people, that they stole from them, that they hurt them in any way. They just seem to think it was their choices, and so it's over with. Now, when you love Jesus, when Jesus comes into your life, you want to do good to those that you did wrong to. That's the lesson we learned today, Chesley, is we want to be like Jesus. When we come to him, we're going to know people's change when they make the wrongs right, when they make wrongs right, and they love. That's the thing, Chesley, and that's what we have to do. And it's a good thing to do, and when we need to love other people, love people too, not just, well, let Jesus go love them. I don't want to be around them because they're mean and hateful. When Jesus comes into our life, he helps us to want to help others. And right now, I want to help you. Oh, how you going to flirt with the girls? I'm going to help you go to bed. I do not want to go to bed. Chesley, it's time for you to go to bed. We have other things to do. We're going to church tonight. Am I going to church? No, you are going to bed. In that nasty little trunk with that termite. Chesley, I looked in there. There is not a termite. You know what? What? That termite is invisible. Invisible termites. There's no such thing as an invisible termite. It is an invisible Texas termite. Chesley, if that termite was in there, you would have already been eaten up. Tell everybody goodbye, and you'll see them next Sunday afternoon. And remember, we're going to upload this video to YouTube, so we'll see you later. God bless you. Good night, y'all. I love you, all of you, especially the girls.